Welcome everyone to another CoinTalk show, and today I'm going to lead you guys through 15 of the best on-chain trades, meme coin trades, both on Solana but also some on BASE with very special gems. Most of these I have been talking about for at least a week to 2 weeks, some of them even since last month, like 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 or like Ghibli, and they've been doing amazing. Like 𝗘𝗏𝗥𝗧, for example, if you've been following me, you should be collecting a lot of these gains, but I think you can do in the long term something like 20x on some of these trades. And so stay tuned right until the end, because there's a lot of charts to break down and there's a lot of alpha for you guys today. So very quick, let's start with Ghibli. Remember yesterday I said Ghibli was a good buy and it was right around here, I think 7 million market cap. It still went and almost touched its support line. It didn't quite because, you know, it's so bullish, people were just buying it before the support line, and it pumped quite a lot and we're up something like 20% on the daily. Now I think the price may retouch this 80 million market cap level. Look, resistance here, and this was also major resistance. This would be a good time to reaccumulate. Ghibli is looking quite nice, and I think we're on target for 16 million market cap. Once that gets broken, then it's up to 26 million market cap. In the worst case scenario, I think Ghibli comes and touches support back again, and if you're looking to trade Ghibli, you should be happy if that happens. But currently it's on its upward trend, so I wouldn't wait for it to happen. Maybe if it touches 9 million, 8.9, that would be a good entry if you're waiting, which is right about now. Maybe when I launch this video, the price will be up again. But Ghibli is a very good trade right now. We entered yesterday and it's on its track to 16 million, and then I think 26 million market cap. It's not just Ghibli though, it's also Figure, another one of these AI art trends. As I was saying yesterday, always wait for a bounce, okay? There's no need to buy the top on any meme coins, okay? They almost always bounce. And if you're wrong once, okay, but you'll be right more than wrong. And so I said, don't FOMO buy this at 8.9 million. And I said, wait for the bounce. And look, it came right between our first support line, which was 5.8, and it almost touched our 3.94 million market cap second support line. But this would have been a good place to accumulate. Look, it almost came back to the second target, but I said, if you want to buy this, you should start buying at 6 million market cap, which is the first target. And now we're bouncing. What's the next target? The next target will be 20 million market cap, and you could have gotten here on average something like a 5x trade on Figure. With Ghibli going and Figure going, and I think Ghibli is leading this trend. Let's see which one of these is going to win in the end. It's quite exciting. I think if you're trading this, you should definitely at least have both. These are both looking very bullish, and this is a big trend in crypto right now, these AI art trades. Then we have 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Look, 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is right here at support. I was saying I think it's going to break support and come a little bit lower, but support is looking like it's holding, and so it might be a good time to entry. And I think the next target with a bullish 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to be something like 15 million market cap, but you can just, you know, sell on a double, sell here at 30 million market cap. But if this thing bounces, I do think it's going to go to 50 million market cap. I think it's very likely. Right now I changed a little bit my mind. I think the odds of it going lower diminished a little bit because the support line is holding quite well, and so I wouldn't say 70% chances of it going here, but I would say 50-50. I wouldn't just full stack buy everything here. I would leave some dry powder and wait for the price to maybe come to this 10 million market cap zone, 11 million market cap zone, and that's where I would add to my 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And if it doesn't happen, it's not bad if you buy here close to 20 million if you start seeing the trend shift. But that's what I'm seeing right now on 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Then we have 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Of course, this is the most important chart in all of meme coins, hitting our target. If you have been watching the show, you should be up approximately a 3x on your 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and this is a liquid trade, 20 million market cap trade, and this is going to be, I think, its first major sort of resistance line. If this breaks through easily, then wow, it's going to be so bullish for meme coins in the next at least close to 90 days, where we have this window that Trump gave us. If it breaks very comfortably, we are definitely going to see new all-time highs for 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 eventually, and the next resistance line for 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to be right here at 2.1 billion, and there's also maybe going to be some resistance right here at 1.5. I think these are the next two resistance lines for 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. So even if you think you're late, let's say 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 comes here, breaks above this, and then retests this major support. Let me talk again. Look, support here, resistance here. It was also support here once. It's also 1 billion. 1 billion is this mental level that usually acts as either support or resistance. If the price breaks a little bit above and goes to 1.1, 1.2 and then corrects back to 1, you're not late because you can still 2x your money on a very liquid coin at 20 million market cap. Now, if you want to do it, you should do it on Axiom. You come here, limit order, you set whatever you want to enter. Let's say you're expecting Fartcoin to pull back just a little bit to say 850 million market cap. You click limit, you click the amount of Solana that you want to enter with, and then you click buy and your limit order is set. And you can do this to all meme coins, okay? And this is how you should be trading. You should be using limit orders on your meme coins because sometimes there's a whale that just nukes the price and then you could grab that wick. And if you're just live trading, entering everything manually, you're not going to catch these bits. Anyways, continuing to another very important chart that's now recovering is 𝗕𝗄𝗄. 𝗕𝗄𝗄, again, like Ghibli, can actually have a comeback. Ghibli is a little bit further on and doing quite nicely actually, and 𝗕𝗄𝗄 is now also following a similar chart pattern. Obvious support line, as I broke it down previously, you can get a 7x if you bought here at the bottom, which I showed, I think last week. I showed like this is the bottom, this is where you should be buying 𝗕𝗄𝗄, and you can get that 7x right between these two major resistance lines, which will be 25 and also 30 million market cap. Currently at 7 million market cap average. So from here, you can still get yourself a 3x, a 4x maybe, if it goes a little bit higher. If you want to be, let's say, very conservative, you can still get, look, a 3x here at 20 million market cap. This is still an amazing trade and a very good meme that has a high likelihood of coming back because everyone in the world is talking about it still and using it, especially on Instagram. So 𝗕𝗄𝗄, I think this is one of the best meme coins out there, and 𝗕𝗄𝗄𝗡, maybe you should be taking a look at 𝗕𝗄𝗄. One of my favorite low cap gems, AWR, still very bullish, major uptrend line here. AWR, I caught it here at 800k and then it went to 10 million market cap, and now very big resistance is going to be formed here at 3.4 million market cap. We're still halfway there, it's still going up. I've been talking about this one for a month and I told you guys this is where you accumulate your AWR. Look, it's looking very nice. They have a very strong community. This is a very under the radar coin. Not many people know about it, but I've been, talking about it for a long time. I think this is one of the best low cap gems on Solana. I do think still it's gonna hit all-time highs and you can still 10x your money here. I think this is a 10 to 20x. I do think this thing, when it breaks new all-time highs, is gonna go probably to 20 million and pull something close to what Mini did. And so I do think this is gonna be one of those 20 to 25x's. You just have to be patient. This is not gonna happen tomorrow. I think it will eventually happen, especially on a bullish market, because these guys know how to work for their bags. And this is a completely different meme coin from all the others. Back to another very important chart. House. Resistance, support, a bunch of times. And now it's going to hit, again, the support line. If you want to enter house, this is your level, okay? 11.1 million market cap. Now, if things are not looking bullish because you have house coin, because you have 𝗘𝗥𝗏, because you have 𝗵𝗏, because you have a ton of dot coins, another level for you is going to be this 7 million market cap zone. It's going to touch support again. This time it might not hold. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, this would be your next level, because look, resistance here, resistance 3 times, resistance 4 times, and then support throughout 8 and 9 of April. And this would be your other level for house coin. But this first level is a very strong level, okay? At 11 million market cap. But if you haven't bought house coin, this is what I'm seeing on the chart. So maybe grab some here and leave some dry powder for possibility of it going lower. Then we have SSE, another one of my favorites. I even screenshotted. This is the bottom. As you can see here, this was a previous video of mine, even before the bottom. I drew this trend line and I said, this will be the bottom. Exactly this, okay? It came here, it bottomed, and now it's starting to coil back up. 20 million market cap is going to be its first level of resistance, because look at this. This level here will encounter some resistance. Major resistance, major resistance, major resistance here, support here, support here. So this level is going to be the first level. I think the chart, when it starts going more aggressive, it's going to go straight to 20 million market cap. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, then maybe sell a little bit prior, like 19, 18 million market cap. But this is going to be its first target. And I'm very bullish SSE. And I'm starting to think that this thing can go straight to like 40 million, 50 million after, if this resistance gets broken through with confidence. SSC, I'm still following it. Very important chart. You should be following Solana Social Explorer. Big people in Solana support this. This is one of the best charts on Solana. You just had to be a little bit patient, okay? That's all you had to do. Be patient. And now we're collecting the rewards while It seems like the most of the meme coin market is sort of correcting, but SSC isn't. So that's why I have to be patient. Then once again, we have 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. Look, the on-chain alt chart still hasn't touched our 150 million market cap. If you haven't entered, be patient, wait, you might get this pullback. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that the odds are like 70-30. I think there's more odds that this thing goes straight to our first big resistance line right around here at 150 million market cap. It only touched 137 or 140 million. So I'm still thinking 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 goes higher, and this will be the major resistance point, and then we'll have a pullback. There's also some chances that this is where the pullback is going to happen, because look at this trend line: resistance, 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 and this trend line sort of like matches with the place where the price is at. So sometimes you have to see things from a different angle. There's a chance that this is where the pullback happens. I still think the odds of it going to 150 mil are higher, but yeah, looking at the chart from a different perspective, this could be a good place also for you to maybe take a little bit of profits, shave a little bit off of your 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, because if you have been watching me, you should be up on 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 something like 118% at least. The fact is I've been talking about 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 even prior to that, right around here at 47 million market cap, but let's just say that you exited your position here as I did, and then re-entered here when it broke from support and then came and retouched that support line. You should be up a little bit over 100%. Good trade on this market, okay? Maybe shave some profits here. It's very close to our first target, and then hold the bag, because I do think this thing can break all-time highs and do something very, very special. It's listed on Bybit, it's listed on MXC, it's listed on a bunch of exchanges. I think this thing will eventually get something like a Binance listing. We just have to wait and be patient. But don't sell everything on 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, okay? Do not sell your entire bag. And if you don't have any, be patient, because there's a likelihood, a low one, but a likelihood that we see this pullback, okay? Never buy the green candles, okay? Then 𝗘𝗥. Look, 𝗘𝗥 is so bullish. Look, my target was something like 12 million market cap, and this thing just kept going and going and went just straight to 20 million market cap. This is looking like some resistance. If you are looking for 𝗘𝗥, this is your level. I would put my levels here on 𝗘𝗥, right between 10.5 and 9.27. This would be a good entry. A retrace here and then a continuation of the trend. If I entered here, I would then exit at an 88% gain. This would be a good scalp here, because support, resistance. I think this 18 million market cap level is a good exit. So wait for the chart to pull back and then sell here. You can come on Axiom. You can leave your limit order right at, you can leave like 3 limit orders, one at 10.7, one at 9.8, and then one at 9.27, maybe one a little bit higher at 11.6. Wait for them to get hit and then sell the bonds. Then we have 𝗖. Look, 𝗖 is not looking good. I still have a bag of 𝗖, which I haven't sold. Look, it looks like maybe some influencers dumped on us here heavily. I still have a bag though, and I'm just gonna wait for the pullback. Maybe it comes and retouches this 500k level. I'm gonna be buying more if it comes this low, the 500k. So I hope you guys honestly like sell a little bit more and give me another entry on 𝗖. But it did come and touch this 3.5 level. I was expecting this to be a little bit stronger and maybe touch 5 million, but I think we will have to probably wait a little bit longer for that. But this is what I'm seeing on 𝗖. A possibility, it broke this structure, possibility of 500k, and that's where I'm going to be loading and buying some more. Then again, I haven't touched anything on 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 came back. Sadly, this trend line didn't hold, but we might see a retouch of this support line, 40 to 38 million market cap. That's where I think is a good re-entry on 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. But wow, this bounce was incredible and very, very bullish. If you can grab it here, let's say you grab it at 39 million, you can still get a 3x into the major, this is the major resistance line for 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, okay? 121 million market cap. This is the major resistance line for 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, okay? And you can get yourself a 3x. If it retouches, I would wait for a retouch of this level, okay? A good buy on 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 now, 40 million, maybe 38. This is where I think 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 looks attractive. Then we have a liquid trade on BASE. No one's talking about this but me. It's called Ray AI protocol. This is the trend line. This was resistance. It broke through the resistance, now retouched, and now the resistance became support. It's looking quite bullish here. Let's see if the support holds. If it doesn't, we might see a retrace back to this level, 26 million market cap, if the support doesn't hold, and then a continuation of the trend. If this chart really is as bullish as it looks, then these are the next levels. Look, the next levels will be 74, and 99 because resistance, support, support, and then major resistance here. And this acted as resistance here and support a bunch of times throughout 10 and 12 of January and also 17 of January. So these are going to be the next levels. Maybe the chart stays there for a while, and then after some consolidation, it comes and touches a new all-time high of 200 million market cap. But unit 00 or Ray is looking very good. One of the best looking charts on BASE right now. No one's talking about it. Pay close attention to it, okay? See if the support line holds. And if you're interested, maybe wait for a deeper pullback. This thing is looking so bullish. I'm not even sure this thing is gonna pull back, but that's what you should be looking at. See if the chart then comes here, then retouches. It should retouch this support line again. So I would just wait for that. Otherwise, wait for this reaccumulation. Wait for the chart to come here, maybe find some resistance, stay here a while, and that's where I would enter. Wait for it to go sideways. But I need a safe and clear entry. Right now, either the pullback or maybe wait for it to go a little bit higher and then pull back to this previous resistance, which is now support. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, and now resistance broken became support. I think this support might be touched again, maybe in a couple of days. So that's what I'm seeing on Ray. Also, Ray is some research organization focused on advancing AI, and so it's a whole AI theme on BASE. We're seeing 𝗕𝗟𝗙𝗙, we're seeing SSE, we're seeing Ray, we're seeing a bunch of these like more AI focused coins on chain, and we can trade these as well. Okay, these are meme coins, just different narratives. Who cares? We don't really care what it is or does. The only thing that matters for us is the charts and the green candles. That's what I'm here for. I hope you found this video helpful. I gave you guys a ton of alpha. I think some of these absolutely explode in the next month. We have this 90-day window, so the next month or two are going to be very special for us. There's going to be a ton of opportunity. There's going to be a ton of 20x's happening on chain, and I hope I can lead you guys through these and give you guys as many trade ideas as possible. Don't forget to look at SSE, which I have been talking about for quite a while. I think it's going to pull an 𝗕𝗟𝗙, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow with more alpha and a continuation of breaking down all these charts. Thank you very much. I'm Gustavo from CoinTalk. Please subscribe on Axiom down below so you can leave your limit orders, and stay tuned. Follow me on X, and you will be seeing me here for a long time every single day from Monday till Friday. Bye.